So, the day is finally here. Texas bound. Got a couple stops along the way. Stopping in Alabama to see some family. Meeting some family in Montgomery for the trip. And then we're off. I've been saying the entire time that I've been building up for this trip that it's kind of interesting to me how nervous I have not been about it. Now that I'm on the bike, loaded down in touring mode, I feel a little bit of anxiety. Not about riding, not about them cagers. Honestly, if anything, it's that heat. I'm not going to make this trip anything but geared up. And it's going to be hot. And you can't see it. I'll probably show it later in the video. I got a big old tour bag on my back right now. Getting that thing on and off in some Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi heat. Woo child. Gonna be a lot of electrolytes drink the next few days. So I'm gonna detail different legs of the trip. Learn how to film and upload along the way. Brought my computer. Maybe I can get some out while I'm still on the trip. I don't know anything about the sights on this trip. I vaguely know about parts of Alabama. I've never gone the way we are going to Texas. So I'll be seeing some things for the first time. Tell you one thing I'm not seeing for the first time, 75 north. Ooh-wee. Oh, biker boy in the rear. Get that sign down. Attaboy. This is going to be a good opportunity to test this windshield out though. I don't know how I feel about it as of yet. I'm going to block a lot of the wind, make it a lot easier to stay upright and sit up. But I didn't want it any taller than this. But it definitely still gets some head buffeting. And in that heat, I don't mind fighting the wind. I was just thinking that for so many days in a row, especially on the way back, it's going to be mainly interstate. Do I want to do that? But man, severely limits the air conditioning, you know what I mean? So we'll see. The good part about stopping in legs is I can take this bad boy off if I don't like it. But here comes the moment of truth. Where rubber meets the road, as it were. I'm sure it's doing great things for the wind noise. I made some adjustments from the last time. Try to make wind noise on this microphone a little bit better. So I'm sure it's helping it a good bit. It's just interesting to feel the top of my head just vibrating slightly. Yeah, honestly, I mean, like, it feels nice to not be fighting it at the same time though, bro. I kind of enjoy it, you know what I mean? Feel a little bit like a man. And it definitely has the AC on. And like right now, I going 80 miles an hour. And I'm getting hot. Doesn't feel right. We'll see. You know, north of here, it starts getting very pretty. 75, 575. Not as pretty as some of the sights I'm sure I'll see on some of these back roads. I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't at least mention and acknowledge there's some good stuff up here. I went ahead and resigned myself to the right lane because people have been driving a little crazy, eager to get out in front and do nothing. I don't know if everybody's in a rush to get to church. I mean, this white SUV behind me has just been itching to get around and then getting close behind. I'm just not messing with that. I'm like, why was he just behind me and now he's 2 lanes over? Ah, he wants to get in front of the semi. He's probably getting off at this exit. But I am in no hurry. Another day, another time, I'd be doing the same thing. All right, now I'm actually getting... He is not exiting. He just... Oh, he's merging. Oh, he's cutting off another car. Still don't think he's exiting. Weird. See what I mean, though? Are there more gorgeous sights? Absolutely. Does that mean that these aren't pretty? Absolutely. The ability to take off and ride into the mountains at your leisure is a real blessing. And I'm taking advantage of that blessing by heading towards one of the flattest areas of the country. That makes sense. Yeah, I feel like this engine is getting hot today, and it is not that hot outside. So I don't know what's going on with that, but... Oh. Keen-eye observers would notice this is actually the road that I came down towards the end of my red top jaunt. Just the opposite direction. Down that direction is Emerson, where I came through on the back end of that trip. Oh no, we're running them, boy. Oh, we're running them. As soon as the light turns green, we're running them, boy. Oh, here we go. That was too wide of a turn. I don't know why I'm doing that outside of just I'm paranoid with this pack on the back. It's heavy. I was actually going to give that guy a chance to go faster than me, but I guess he had no intention to do so. See, this should look absolutely familiar. What a quaint little spot, man. Imagine being there. I bet every time they widen this road, they get angry. It used to be so quiet out here. And my horses. I don't know what it is, man. This engine is getting hot. Oh, oh. Oh. There's the money over and under that this guy would still try to pull out, even though I'm right here. Nope, what a guy, what a guy. You know, I don't know what they are doing right here. I feel like this has been under construction with these weird sort of reroutes. Like, I don't know if they are making the road lower, like that's where it's going to be down there. I have no idea. I don't want to look because there's debris all over this road. And I'm going to screw around and miss a dirt patch and go down pontificating on what they could be doing down there. Yeah, I don't know about this windshield, man. Like, it is not that hot outside. See if I can tell on my bike without looking away from the road. Yeah, it's 80 degrees. It's gonna be 93. And I'm roasting right now. Oh, thank you, Indian. Cylinder deactivation, I appreciate you. Now we're flipping up the visor, man, because I'm telling you, like, it's just hot behind this windshield. Normally I got all the wind coming at me, blasting me in the chest, coming through this perforated jacket that I got on, watching this Dodge not go as soon as the light turns green, frustrating me, which it shouldn't, but I'm hot, fired up. See, like right now, the air would be getting turned on, you know what I mean? Like, we're maxing out the AC right here. Now my arms, my little handsies are getting a little bit of wind. Yeah, TBD on TBN having a windshield. But will I get 500 miles into my trip to Texas, get in a rainstorm, and regret making this choice of taking it off if I do decide to take it off? You know, nothing beats the all-natural scenery out here. Just the beautiful Mother Nature. Everywhere you look. Can't miss it. It's just the splendor of God. Man is untouched. This beautiful part of the country. That's why I come out here. Just to see all that. One thing that I'm very guilty of when I am riding for work, definitely on the interstate, I don't look around. I mean, like, I will drive on the interstate and I will go by something somewhere that I've passed, you know, 1,000 times, and there'll be a billboard, a sign, something like some big hill, some like piece of like art. Literally, there's like this one place near, I think it was Cumming, that I rode by one time. That is a city. And there was like this big mural that I had just never seen before, and I'd been by it so many, like just countless times. And I don't know if it's irony that when I'm on these trips, even though I'm staying very aware of what's going on the road, like my eyes are constantly darting back and front, seeing if there's any road debris, cross traffic, anything of the sort. I feel like I see more on the motorcycle. Yes, there's no big box blocking me from witnessing all these things, but I also just look around more. I don't know if it's something about the mindset, something about having to be hyper-focused that makes you want to see more. But I mean, this is beautiful out here, and I don't know if it's because it's just more beautiful than what I normally see, or if it's that I just don't let myself see when I'm in a car. And these are the thoughts that I'm focusing on to prevent myself from focusing on how hot my crotch is getting. Oh, see, we're getting out here now. We're getting out here. Less power lines. More farmland. More jungle gyms for some reason. Ah, militias. This is where militias try. Big shout out to God for keeping that light changing fit quick while I was coming up to it, so I didn't have to stop. Because it is hot as hell on my thighs. It's fine. I'm going to get used to it. The windshield is going to serve its purpose. I will begin to see the benefits over the detriments. But man, I should not be cooler right now than I am when on the move. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hello, Mr. Minivan. Nice of you to join me. And then immediately get so close behind me, even though there was this whole other lane over there, and nobody's still in that lane. But that's fine. I pulled out of the parking lot. Just immediately got as close to me as they could without causing me to poo a little. Does this need uppies? Are we doing uppies? We're doing uppies. Uppies! That did not need uppies. In case anybody was wondering, not even a couple miles down the road, that minivan who pulled out of the parking lot into the left lane directly behind me immediately got into the right lane after the green light. I don't try to pretend like I understand the motivations of people, but sometimes I try to. You know what I mean? I had to get it if that right lane was like a turn lane. Brother! And so you wanted to leave it open. I do that all the time. Like if I'm in the right lane or I'm thinking about getting in the right lane, but that's also the lane you have to turn from, I'll get in the left lane because I'm trying to leave it open if somebody's going to end up turning right. That was not the case. There was a dedicated right-hand turn lane. Yeah, they're way behind now. And it's not like I'm really speeding. Brother, oh, okay, all right, maybe he didn't see me. So embarrassing. try again. See, this is where the roads get a little fun. And then later is where they get really fun. Sure hope we're not driving into bad weather. I actually left a little bit later today than I intended to, just to avoid it. But welcome to Cedartown. I don't think I've ever come to this place for leisure. I've come here because of leisure. I have come through here on my way to many places. I don't think I've ever come here to come to Cedartown. But dude, I mean, they got a auto house. I mean, let's get Bojangles over there. I don't know what else you could really want. Church over there. Cool, and already in this lane, I'll probably go look at it. Ooh, these tacos.
Was enough to make me cry. 'Cause I wanted you so much I could have died. But just tell me that you'll stay. I promise I can take the pain.
That's a cute downtown. Like, I could definitely live here. I just love old cities like this in the South, man. Old historic downtowns. I think one of the most tragic things in the South right now is how many of these historic, way too wide of a turn. I need to get used to how this thing feels in my back. There's a lot of these historic downtowns that are just crumbling. Like, that one's a lot better than I think it used to be. Like, I feel like they've put some money into it. Some businesses have either come back or moved in. But you find these beautiful places in the South that clearly used to be not bustling megalopolis of retail and business, but definitely used to be something a little more thriving. And I think I know it's simple and basic, but the architecture of those things is beautiful. and then just to watch them just crumble is so sad to me. Like, that's something I always said. For some reason, I ever became a billionaire, just won a ton of money in the lottery, I would find a historic downtown like that in the South, a piece, and I would buy it, throw money into it, and make it, you know, as beautiful as it used to be. Try to make it look like it used to. You know, do that thing where some wealthy communities do, where if you open a McDonald's, it has to have marble floors. Except, like, hey, if you're going to open a business in here, it's got to look like it did in the Old South. Except we're actually going to let everybody inside them. Okay, maybe not. Sun seems to be coming out. Maybe this is just some remnants of bad weather. Not only that, but we opened up the speed again. Beautiful. Brother. By the way, I should probably mention, I don't even know why this bears mentioning, I love that brother meme. I am not dogging on Harley riders. I'm, you know, you can sit here and say that I'm riding a brand that wants to be Harley. Why do I like Indian? I don't know, man. The styling on the bikes that I have test rode, I feel like Indian just fits me better, feels not better, more of what I like. Some you know, I get some hate from Harley guys every now and then, but I get it. But I feel like Harley guys get a lot of hate too. Like, there are plenty of obnoxious Harley bros, 100%, but dude, there are obnoxious Honda Civic bros. Do they get the same hate? I don't know. We both, you know, we talk about both groups of them when we're trying to have brunch and then somebody comes by revving. At least a Harley sounds better than a, you know, caked out Civic most of the time. I'm a little bit biased though, and I think that this sounds like, you know, that might be the best sounding motorcycle. You know, I'm not biased at all. I think that's just factual. Objectively speaking, you know what? Credit where credit is due. This guy put his blinker on a mile ago. Counterpoint, that guy just turned his on and hit the brakes. I'm gonna wave at that guy because I like him. Thank you, man. Gotta love some considerate drivers, bro. Hold the phone. Hold on. Why am I feeling wind on my chest now? Is it the lowers? Oh my god, I bet it's the lowers. I adjusted the lower fins a little bit a second ago. Was it blocking? I bet because of the windshield and the lower configuration. The windshield stays! Maybe. We'll just have to see. There's definitely more buffeting now than there was before. Damn, this thing is way heavier with this bag on it. Oh, it's so pretty out here. So pretty out here.
to be by myself. Sometimes I just need to be by myself. I take a drive to the Alabama countryside. Sometimes I need to be by myself.
So, being around here is very, I mean, nostalgic isn't the word. So much of my life, good, bad, or indifferent, was defined by this area. You know, I grew up in Anderson, Oxford, came to school out here in Jacksonville, dated a girl from those apartments. But I come out of my way to see this place no matter what ride I'm taking, what route I'm going, because it still to this day just means the world to me. Now part of that is a lot of the songs that you're going to hear on my videos are by a band called Ethan and the Ewoks. Just check them out. If you can find their CDs for sale, Jesus, buy them. Favorite and most influential band of my life. And they're from here. You know, I was on the drum line at JSU. Lead singer was a snare drummer. Drum set player. Nicest guy in the world, by the way. Timpani player. Perfect pitch. Monstrous hands. And you almost want to hate him because he's so good, but he's also, like I said, the nicest guy in the entire world. Shout out to Gary. But every time that I ride, I'm listening to them. Because it takes me back to these Alabama roads, these back roads, and the memories that I had here. You know, they have been the soundtrack to every road trip that I've had for 25 years. So I think it's fitting that if I'm going to post videos about riding a motorcycle, I might as well have them playing, because if I'm on my motorcycle, if their music isn't playing in my helmet, I can assure you it's playing in my head. And as far as JSU goes, good, bad, and indifferent, I owe that place a lot about who I am. So this road, which is kind of, you know, questionable to be taking in these weather conditions, but I can't help it, is a road that I would take constantly. This is moment early on where I kind of knew a little bit about myself and my driving tendencies. This road is kind of out of the way from most paths that I would take, you know, if I'm between Georgia and Alabama. This is kind of out of the way. But when I was going to school at JSU, this little back quote-unquote mountain pass technically connected two different routes that I would take between those areas. But because it's the most fun road, I took it even when it made sense not to. Case in point today, there's a mountain road, well, not a mountain road, a bypass that they've built between Oxford and Jacksonville, Piedmont, that area. Super convenient. It would take me exactly where I'm trying to go right now. But yeah, here I am. This one's cooler. I'm not saying that I'd be ripping it usually. I'd probably be taking a little bit quicker than this, but as you can probably tell, road's a little bit damp. Definitely a believer of gotta risk it for the biscuit, but I think the only biscuit I'd be risking it for is a trip to Ditchtown. I'm in no hurry to get where I'm going today, which is Montgomery. I actually, if you noticed a very sudden change in weather and lighting, I stopped off in Oxford last night, stayed with my grandmother, got some delicious food. Love you, Grandmommy. And like I said, came back up to JSU this morning to get some footage of that, even though I came through it yesterday. And now I'm hitting the road to Montgomery. Trying to keep it in some low revs. Like I don't imagine that I would spin the back tire on one of these corners, because I'm not goosing it at the same time. I'd rather not risk it. I think we're coming up on a hill that can catch you off guard if you are just messing about. Oh yeah, if you don't know which way this road bends after this, especially coming from the other direction, you can find yourself having a little bit of an issue. God, but look how beautiful this road is. You know what I mean? Tell me I'm wrong. This is probably adding 20-30 minutes to my trip today. Tell me I'm wrong. Ooh, I feel that evil popping out of me. Feel that evil popping out of me. Stay off the throttle. We're traveling. We are not thrashing. It is not time for that. We're just getting about. Oh, see, case in point. All right, calm it down. Definitely felt that traction want to go a little bit. This road is not heavily ridden, so you know they tell you like a half an hour after it rains, the road's going to be a little more slick. Got a little excited, wanted to lean a little bit more through there, and I definitely felt that back tire want to give out a little bit, and I wasn't even on the throttle. That's it. Now we're going to get on Highway 9. We're going to head down through Talladega National Forest. That's not the raceway, but it can be on dry days when Alabama State Patrol is not hanging out in there waiting for people like me. Yeah, I do not trust the texturing on these roads anymore. This is where you used to punch it right here. Catch a little bit of negative G right up here on this hill, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of my JSU friends probably remember that road. And a good bit of them would remember me tearing a a 98 Chevy Cavalier through it. Oh wait, people live here. Sorry. Oh, I feel like a brand new man. Re-energized, more so than the coffee could have done me this morning. Oh, I thought that was dirt. Okay. And now, it is time to cruise down to Montgomery. Let's do it.
Driving sunshine burns away my past. Engine roaring, radio full blast. Road below me fading oh so fast. All I am and care to be is gas.
So I stopped to take some bug guts off my windshield. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Oh, by the way, because I mentioned it, this is my bike in touring mode. I realize I probably haven't even shown it with all the trimmings on it for traveling. She's a little dirty now, but we've been running her. Speaking of, let's get back on. That's funny. There's that tire spinning. I have never taken this trip, at least this part of Highway 9 and some of its smaller parts, or like by roads. But man, I am thoroughly impressed. Outside of my back tire hitting a smushed pine cone and wanting to slip out a little bit, it's been beautiful, and I think maybe somebody would call it moderately challenging in a couple spots there, but just fun to ride. I even got the honk at a squirrel, and he listened. How often does that get to happen? Oh my God, this is so beautiful. This is beautiful. Where am I? Where? I know I'm like floating to the line. I'm just sitting here like trying to figure out where I'm at. How do you get this much dirt on your tires? Dude, imagine living there. That looks awesome. Yep, there's the compound I was talking about. That's where they train. No, that looks like the dream, honestly, man. Oh, this looks like the dream. And this is just the road you take to work or into town. Have to keep an eye on my speed here. Got a nice little warning from my uncle, who I'm riding to Texas with. Oh, and he told me that the last time he came down this way, he got flashed by a cop, not in the good way, followed by a cop, and then finally pulled over by a cop. Oh my God! You remember Little House on the Prairie? That's it, over there. I found it. God. Where am I, dude? Oh, gravel, dirt, debris, braking. Yeah, just for anybody who, who saw any of that and is like, man, this guy turns his head and looks around a lot. Like, yes. And my eyes are always back on the road before my helmet gets there. And a lot of this, man, a lot of like where my helmet's pointing is really for the camera. My eyes are probably still staring right in front of me, or at least darting back and forth. Were that not the case, that corner could have been real bad. Oh, here comes some twisties. I'm worried I'm gonna get some sport bikes behind me pushing me. because this is a very fun road, and you can tell the locals drive it often because the speed limit is 55 through here. And some of these twists, man, are not 55 mile an hour twists, at least in most places. Like, I just did that at 55 miles an hour. I know I wasn't leaning it, that wasn't pushing it, but most places that would have been a 30 mile an hour. Oh my god, that truck. 30 mile an hour turn. Yourself out this way, neighborhood of middle of Alabama, and you can get on State Road 49. You're not going to regret it. There are more challenging roads, there are more fun roads. Well, I don't even know if I could say that. There's, you know, there's definitely better twisties in this area ish. But this might be my new favorite road in this part of Alabama. State Road 49. I gotta remember that. Another squirrel. Oh my god, he's not listening. Oh, he ran away. He literally ran directly away. If I had hit that squirrel, I'd have felt so bad. I'd have felt guilty, like I did it. And as much fun as, you know, it is on these roads, and these types of roads, as much fun as I want to have. I mean, I'm having a whale of a time. But it just always warrants remembering that there's been some bad weather through here in the last few days. You never know after which corners are going to be not a downed limb, but you know, I've run into debris patches several times out here. Oh boy, this road though, God bless America. The devil. But there's been so many roads like this where like you're coming downhill and then it banks to the right with a great timber. You can goose coming out of the corner right there. For the record, I am heading north to south. Context would dictate, since I am heading from Oxford, Jacksonville area to Montgomery, that that's the way I'm going, but you never know. Thought I saw something in that ditch. I don't like that. Sam's Watch. Look at this, dude. Oh. Yep, knew it. You're okay. I knew he'd be riding that line. Oh, dirt spot. Yeah, and now I'm just now back up to the speed limit. You know what I mean? This road flies. Like, even if you're just chilling and obeying the law, you are having a great time on this road. Linville, or Linneyville, or Lineville, or Leneville. You never know. You never know in the South. Is it Omega? Certainly not Omega. Is it Cairo? Because we're not calling it Cairo. And you may have Houston out in Texas, but out in Georgia, we got Houston County. Oh my God, look at this road. Look at this road. As I am looking around, I'm going to ride that center line just because I don't want somebody's mastiff to run out in the middle of the road. Just imagine living out here. Imagine this being your home. What do you do? What do you do for fun? Don't say farming. Don't say your sister. But like, I mean, this is a beautiful life. Like, watch this open up. I just already like know this is gonna be beautiful. I just ruined that moment, but so I mean, there's that. Living out here is gorgeous, but Saturday night, what are you doing? Is there like a line dancing contest in a neighbor's barn? I do not mean to make it sound like I'm shitting on anybody who lives out here, by the way. I genuinely just... Your internet can't be good enough for online video gaming. Can it? It is 2025. Look at that. You just look at that. Sometimes you just got to look at it and say, will you look at that? A lot of dirt on them, these here roads. Oh, here we go, 45. Everywhere I look, it's just beautiful. Lots of dirt and gravel on the road, though. Lots of dirt and gravel on the road. So we're about to find out where we are. Oh, we're in Lineville. Lineville. So a little bit bigger geographically speaking than I would have anticipated. Back to those historic downtowns, man. Just look at it. Would you look at it? Oh, I bet that nail spa is pretty dope. Ain't that America? I'm just gonna trust. Of course, you got your jacks. So this is where you go on Saturday. Alright, Lineville. I see you. In Clay County. Came out of Lineville. And then, is this Ashland? I think we might have passed through Ashland. Oh, I want to stay at this motel. I want to stay at that motel. I don't care if it's condemned. Clay County, I get it. Alright, we're in Clay County. What city is this? Town. This is not a city. time I stop for gas anyway, just so I don't have to fuel up when I get to Montgomery. Because I think we are hitting the road tonight. Oh well, I don't know. Pop in here, get some gas, and watch there be a big ass sign right here. Oh, maybe not. Bull Durham's probably not the name of the town, if I had to guess. It's gonna be a little suspect, so. Alright, let's fuel up and get the hell out of here. ASAP. We survived. I don't know how we did it, but we survived. Hour 20 left to go. This must be Ashland. Step away from the open highway. Montgomery, here we come.
Times on my bad side, times on my bad side, times on my bad side when I can't get nothing done. Times on my bad side, times on my bad side, times on my bad side when I can't get nothing done. Woke up confused, had a fight with Lady Muse. She keeps teasing me in dreams and leaves me in the morning. I woke up concerned about using what I've learned, and the bridges I might have burned could make my little story. Is this a sign that I'm behind? I want to shine, but I know these things take time. On my bad side, times on my bad side, times on my bad side when I can't get nothing done. It's been a while since talent's been in style. Just like an only child, it feels awkward and lonely. But I try to learn, try to give my heart a stir, try to love, to live, to burn like a candle in the doorway. If it's the mind that is confined, you will be blind. You'll blame it all on time. On my bad side, times on my bad side, times on my bad side when I can't get nothing done. Times on my bad side, times on my bad side, times on my bad side when I can't get nothing done. I've been consumed with a need to follow through.
So it looks like we're about here. Not technically Montgomery, but about as close as I can possibly get without revealing my uncle's house location that I highly doubt he would want me to do. Had a wonderful time driving through Alabama, seeing some old sites, some new sites, man. State Road 49. That place feels like home on a first trip. But the decision's been made on this windshield, by the way. I think it is gone. There's too much buffeting on the helmet, and I think it's because of these lowers. If I have the fins open away, then there's less buffeting. But if I have them like that, then they also, my legs get way too hot. So I think that the smart choice would be just to get rid of the windshield. I'm used to driving without a windshield. I never ride with one. I can turn the air back on. I think the lowers are a better choice. I could take the lowers off instead of the windshield, but I think the lowers, from a safety standpoint, being on the interstate, this windshield's not stopping anything. You know what I mean? It might deflect something, but it's not stopping anything. So I think next time you see me in this bike, his windshield ain't gonna be on it. I think it's gonna get left in Montgomery. But if you watch this, thank you. If you come back to watch more, the hell was that? I don't know if you saw that. I think I just murdered a bee on accident. But yeah, if you come back, I appreciate it. Go buy a motorcycle and ride State Road 49. Other than that, thank you. Goodbye.